first class, Mark Wood. Sergeant First Class Mark Wood.
Okay, all right. Okay, so this is why. You should all be able to hear me now, right? Like, we are here and live and not being weird, and everything seems to be apparent. Okay, good. Yay! All right, well, hello, everyone. So, since the last time I streamed, I was apparently logged out of the account, which is why everyone else should use Streamlabs, or should use regular OBS and not Streamlabs OBS. And that is a new lesson that we have learned again today, is that Streamlabs OBS is not optimal for joint broadcasting on the same channel, because I just have to switch my stuff back over and it's fine now. It's not a big deal. Everyone, welcome. Good evening. We are glad to have you here this evening for a Crusade of Thorns Camarilla, where we have some pretty exciting crapola happening this evening. But before we get to any of that, my name's Sean, also known as Thrak. You can find me at Thrak Plays. And I am your first storyteller for the evening. We have two, because it's better that way. 2 is always better than 1. That's why you have 2 CEOs and 2 presidents and whatnot. It's the most efficient way to run stories. Now, I'm totally kidding. Also, by the way, I'm going through withdrawals, so if I seem extra grumpy, I'm just going to throw it out there at the beginning that I may be the asshole Sean tonight and not the nice Sean tonight. We'll find out. It'll be fun. But let's go around and say hi to everyone, starting with Jeff.
Hey there, Jeff Holland, JK Holland on Twitter. I'm playing Silas Blackthorn, the Bruja investigator.
Indeed. Celine!
Hi, yeah, I'm Nerdy Teddy, and I'm playing Celine, usually the Toreador nightclub manager.
Celine the Airborne.
Celine
the suspended in midair, indeed. Yeah.
The Nightingale now.
No!
Yeah. Kevin!
Hi, I'm Kevin by Sonic Kevin on Twitter. I play Calvin, your Ventru movie producer and financier.
Yes. M.
Sorry, I had myself muted. I'm M. You can find me on Twitter at DobsonM. And I'm playing Alexander, the Toreador Chronicler.
Who is currently in a room full of people who don't like him very much.
Who's currently looking for a way to leave that's not the window.
Yeah. That's fair. Leona.
Hi, I'm Leona, and I play Audra, our Venture Enforcer.
Excellent. And Death by Mage.
Hi, everybody. I'm Death by Mage, and I will be reprising my guest role as Jamie Chen tonight.
Yay! All right, who wants to tell me what happened when we last left our intrepid vampiric coterie of Doom?
I'll take this on.
I think that's good. I think that's the right call.
I'll feel this one, Bob.
So it started with Silas returning, telling us that his meeting with the Anarchs did not go well, or more or less went about as expected. We had a bunch of discussions that included Jamie Chen about our next move, including possibly making Calvin Baron so that Audra could one day be Prince. We made plans for the next day for the Elysium for Alexander and Celine, for Jamie Chen and Silas to investigate a ruckus, as it was described to us, and for Calvin and Audra to meet with some people to try to drum up some more support. Most of that went pretty smoothly. Silas and Jamie Chen ran into a pack of werewolves. And Celine tried to give a magic gift to Don Sebastian. And Silas and Celine switched spots for the night, apparently, because Silas talked down the werewolves and Celine got into a fight with Don Sebastian. And exited through the window.
Yes. And so we meet Alexander and Celine on the top floor of the Hotel Miramar overlooking the Pacific Ocean, as Celine, having failed to subdue the Don as people attempted to stab her, decides her only recourse is to jump out of the 13th floor of the Hotel Miramar and begins to plummet to the ground. Alexander, what's your reaction to this?
Well, I think my reaction would have been a couple paces before the window, but
Okay.
The moment this fight starts breaking out, where is Lisbeth in comparison to me?
She is actually only a few feet from you.
Okay, I grab her by the hand and run.
Oh, you're going to take her with you?
I'm going to take her with me.
Fascinating. So for a moment she's like, I don't know that I can't, but, and she kind of looks torn between like this supernatural connection that might be happening and really wanting to leave with you. How do you tackle that?
Okay. I very sternly tell her to just let herself be pulled. I will pull her whether or not she wants to go. And I'm going to try and like contest whatever is holding her in place.
Nice.
With what little strength that I do have.
Yeah. Make a manipulation and persuasion test.
Oh, okay. Persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion manipulation.
All right.
Okay.
For not having much in manipulation, that's not bad.
Yeah. How much willpower does she? Relative powerful. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. She lets herself be pulled.
Excellent.
On that,
I'm gonna. The more momentum we build up, the faster I want to go.
Okay.
I know it's probably slow at first, but I'm gonna try and get her to like do a full run with me.
Okay. You realize as you bust through the double doors out into the hallway here, you know that the elevator is down to the left. And as you come out, you see 4 people muscling their way through the crowd towards you. 2 of them are these kind of large, bulky-looking people. One of them is male, one of them is female, and they look really like bruisers. And 2 of them look like they're going for something in their jackets. But you are obviously being chased as you are on your way out the door.
Okay. I mean, if they start shooting at me, maybe I have, celerity powers and rapid reflexes and fleetness, but I'm just going to try and run. There's not much else that I think I can do.
Make an athletics dex.
Okay.
This is about seeing how much distance there will be between you and the dudes when you get to the elevator.
No bonuses, right?
No. You have 1 dot in athletics and 1 dot in dexterity?
I'm supposed to have 2 dots in dexterity and no dots in athletics.
Oh, okay. Well, whichever. You only have 2 dice you're rolling? Fascinating.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got 2 successes. That's great. Yeah. So you go and you like start pressing on the button, right? To try and get out of there. As they burst out into the hallway at the same time the doors open. For you to successfully escape, you are going to have to make a rouse check to use your celerity to get in quickly.
Okay. Rouse check. Hunger gain.
You'll gain a hunger, but you'll be able to like zip in, hit the button, and it'll start closing before they get to you. And it's just as they reach you, the door is shut, and you start heading down. You're sure that they're gonna like take the stairs or something, and that there will be a problem for you down below. Now, Celine, I'll let you cook on that for a second, Alexander. Celine, what you are for a moment? Time slows down for you. What are the thoughts of a person falling 13 stories?
Well, certainly that this could have gone better.
Sure.
It might. I guess there's not really much you can do as you fall. And I don't have the powers, I don't think, to try to change my trajectory or anything. So it's just kind of fuck.
Okay. So what I would like you to do is I was looking at your character sheet. You've got a dot in athletics, right? So you obviously have some, it's not like formal training, but you've been running or whatever, like, and in the like 20s, 30s, and 40s, a lot of that is gymnastics, right? Like that is a big deal at this time. So I would like you, so the way this is going to work is you are going to take 20 bashing on the way down when you hit the ground. 20 bashing damage is enough to kill you. Because it would be halved. It would then do 5 and then 5 ag, and you would immediately snap into torpor, right? What I would like you to do is make a dexterity plus athletics roll in order to try and like, turn or do something in order to get the most of you, because you're going to hit and you're going to hit hard. And if you hit the wrong way, you're probably going to just turn to ash. But if you can spread the damage out, right, across your whole body, there's an opportunity for you to live through this. So you may rouse your blood, and that will give you an extra die as well. And I would like you to make a Dex athletics check.
Yeah, I'm gonna rouse.
Okay.
Oh.
Athletics plus dexterity, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so you will take 17 bashing, which is halved to 8, which turns into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 ag and 2 bashing. You are 2 health boxes essentially away from death.
And that counts the 4 the 4 bash I already had.
You already had 4 bashing?
Yeah, from fighting with Don Sebastian and them.
Oh, you should use a willpower to reroll. They were not marked on your box, and so I had not planned for those. Hang on, I'll show you how that works. I thought those were just there. So you've got 4 bashing right now.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I had it on the wrong side. Okay, I
Yeah.
understand.
So the first thing you should do is, as you're jumping out, you should have made 1 rouse check to heal some bashing, because you know you're going to get fucked up on the way down. Right?
Okay.
These are the instinctual things you would probably do, right? And that you will heal 2 points of superficial off that, right?
Right.
I call it bashing, it's superficial. And then you should use a willpower to reroll those last 2 dice. Okay, 4. So that's 16. Still have to 8, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are in torpor. You're going to be unconscious on the ground. You just survived. As you... And there's like this scream that you don't hear because you're passed out. But there's this scream from the bar that kind of overlooks the pool. And ironically, you landed between the bar and the pool as you tried to make your way down. Yeah. There's a Okay, we'll get back to you in a second. Alexander, there's some very nice music playing as the elevator slowly goes down. And it's one of those like, come on. I
should have won for the stairs. I didn't even think about stairs.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can, hit another button and stop on a different floor if you want.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna do that.
Okay. So
are there more than one stairwell?
Just make a quick wits check for me.
Okay.
I want to see how quickly you think of that once you get in the elevator. Just roll wits plus intelligence. You think about it relatively quickly. By floor 11, you're like, boop, 11. It stops, the door's open. There are stairs right next to you, and there are stairs at the other end of the hallway.
Okay, which staircase would have been... Okay, I'm trying to think about it that they would have went down the closest staircase. I want to go down the opposite staircase.
They probably went down... with 4 successes, I'll give you it is very likely they went down the closest staircase, right? So you run across, right? You're nearly like, we've got Elizabeth behind you, and she's just kind of looking around a little bit dazed, like her head's just not in this, as the two of you run, and the carpet here is like this gaudy, like 1940s yellow, right? And it's like this sort of like gold inlay on these white walls around you with this like harsh fluorescent lighting as you run down this hallway, right? Like it's the literal worst. But you get down to the stairs on the other end, and you hear 2 people above you running down the steps. They are at least a floor above you right now.
But there was 4 people chasing after us, right?
Yes.
So they divided and conquered. Okay.
Possibly.
Is there anywhere to hide?
No, it's a stairwell.
No, I mean,
It
like,
is a gray painted stairwell that goes down to the first floor.
I didn't see anything, like, anywhere to hide while I was running past, probably, though. And then there's probably
no,
too late
it's
to go back.
it is your classic hotel hallway, right? It is a bunch of doors that all look exactly the same
All right.
in a row. Yeah.
Okay. Gonna go down the stairs and I have no idea at this point.
Okay. Well, they're a floor and a half above you at this point. So you are attempting to outpace them down the stairs. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to use your celerity?
I do, but I'm worried.
About what?
Would I have to do a rouse check?
You would absolutely have to do a rouse check.
I might frenzy.
You'll only. Are you at 5 hunger right now?
I'm at 4.
You will not frenzy going to 5 hunger. If you make another rouse check while at 5 hunger, you could frenzy.
Okay, I'm gonna do the rouse check.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna go fast, but
Keeping it fast and hungry. I like it. Elizabeth will also make a rouse check. I'll just roll now to keep up with you. And we'll also gain a level of hunger. Okay. So now make athletics plus dex plus your celerity.
I knew I should have put more points into celerity.
It's not what you do. It's cool.
I'm gonna re-roll.
You can't, sadly.
No? Really? Oh, no.
No.
Oh, because they're all hunger dice. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I need to roll for them as well. But they only got 1 success too, so you're going to maintain at the same level as you head down. In fact, one of them is going to drop back a step or 2 as they try to shoot at you specifically. And we'll roll 7. And we'll make a dex athletics roll.
All right.
Athletics plus dexterity again, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
With my bonuses or no?
With your bonuses, you are solarified at this moment. Yeah. Take 3 bashing as a bullet sinks into your shoulder.
Excellent. Okay.
That before or after having?
That is after having. Yeah. So just to do the math for you, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. 2 more from the pistol being a pistol, and then you got 2, so that reduced it by 2 or 3 total. Yeah. But yeah, you now have a hole up in your shoulder. It hurts. You're not bleeding because you're a vampire. But ouchie. But by this point, you're on the bottom floor, and you know that if you were to turn left, you'd probably be around where, or turn right, you'd probably be around where Celine fell. And if you turn left, you could probably make your way more quickly to the cars and get away.
I told you to run.
You told me to run. You told me to run.
Plus, you're gonna need like a shovel to pry him up.
But did I even know that she jumped out the window? Because my idea.
100% knew.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you that. You know that she is probably laying right over there, waiting for someone to pick her up. Or she's
There's
dead.
no way. There's no way I can pick her up and run. Like that's. I can see
There
Alexander
are 2
crying.
of you. There's not 1 of you. There are 2 of you. But the choice is like 100% yours. And I know Nerdy, and I'm sure Nerdy will be fine with whatever happens.
I know.
Actually, let's do a quick safety check. Are you fine with whatever happens?
I'm absolutely fine with whatever happens.
Okay, indeed. So the choice is literally just a character choice. There's 2 of you, so I will give you the entire layout. There's 2 of you. You beat at least one of the patrols down here, right? You just were faster. The other one probably took the other stairwell. So it is likely that were you to do it correctly, you would encounter 2 people who are running after you on the way out. If you turn to the left, you go to the car, and you'll probably get away before they see you. If you go to the right, the 2 of you would have to rescue Celine, get to the car, and get away. That is the entire situation.
Yeah. He's going to go for Celine.
Nice. All right. So as you come around the corner, with Elizabeth behind you, who seems to now have shed a little bit more of the like glassy-eyedness now that she's farther away from Don Sebastian as well. She looks around and she goes, "I've got it." And you see her in a moment, and she's like on Celine. She's literally just standing right over top of her, and she's like, "Come on!" And you can see she's using Blink to try and get you 2 to move as quickly as possible.
Yep.
Blink is the level 5 celerity. She goes, "We got to live from a make a strength and athletics."
Okay. Strength athletics.
Mm-hmm. Got like a 3 and a 2, so...
Well, it's
Holy
not a
crap.
complete failure.
Well, Lisbeth crit, however, and rolled 4, 5, 6 successes. So between the 2 of you, you got 7 successes. You feel tugged along by her, right? Like, as she is moving at like incredible speeds, and you're like, "But we're gonna rip her apart," and you can like barely keep your and she's like, "Nope." And she's back around to the car with you, barely keeping up with her. And she's like looking around like, okay. And then your drivers are like, "What the fuck? Just what? And,
Go.
Okay. And you start to peel off. And as you do, we cut to Silas and Jamie.
We're having a comparatively quiet night.
In the sewers of northern LA County, somewhere near Lily of the Valley, having just treated with some werewolves, and now down in the sewers looking for what?
What the hell are we looking for? We're looking for whatever tore apart. Little help, Jamie.
Oh, sorry. Yes, we're looking for any information that Regina might have regarding her plans, what happened here, and any other information she might have that might be useful.
So how do you go about navigating the sewers?
Well, Jamie would at least know to some degree that this is probably Regina's domain, or at least the fact that the sewers are where her network would be. So it's probably somebody's got to be around here somewhere, either an informant or someone that could lead him. But I'm sure but he's looking. I'm not sure if he's going to find anyone down here, though.
Gotta say, has Jamie ever actually taken this route before, or is this all new to him too?
I would say from his expression, you can tell that Jamie's never actually been down here.
Okay. If I had something like Streetwise, which I do, could I take that somewhat literally and figure I know the basic geography of the streets around here?
Yes,
So could I
please.
figure out
Yeah.
what's going on above? So I'd have a basic... Okay.
Yeah. So I was going to do, like, why don't we try a basic D&D skill challenge, and should you tell me a skill you want to use in order to try and, like, navigate your way through the sewers to find something interesting. And I think Streetwise plus Wits is a great way to do that.
Alright.
And then what about you, Jamie Chan?
I will probably be looking... I'll probably be doing some of my tracking skills and try to see if I can look for any sign of passage by anybody. So either investigation or survival would probably be appropriate here.
Actually, let's do survival wits.
Sure thing.
Oh,
Does this count as hunting?
Ironically, it could.
Okay, so I'll just count the one.
Yeah, go ahead and count the extra die.
Well,
Okay.
well, Silas.
And what would they have? They would probably have 4 and 2, so I'll roll 60-10. Pleasure 60-10. Well, they crit, so they did better than you. Okay. So, you have some time to talk, if there's anything y'all want to talk about, as you're heading along. But Silas, you know where you are, and given your ability to kind of navigate, there are certain places where there's just more room to congregate underground, right? And you're leading the both of you towards those kinds of places, right? There's larger, like, cistern bowls and, like, offshoots where there's, like, maintenance areas and things like that. And you're like, well, logically, instead of boring out more dirt, they probably took over places like that. So let's go look for those, right?
All right.
And so you're kind of leading Jamie, who's keeping an eye out for more terrestrial dangers, as you move through the dungeon. I mean sewers. but you have a moment to you have a moment of character interaction. So should you so choose.
I'm sure you have many questions for me, Silas.
Yeah, but you never ever give an answer, so I've kind of learned not to ask.
Well, we have some time. And,
What's on your mind?
well, it concerns me greatly what has been going on within the movement, within the other anarchs.
Yeah, I'd call them unreasonable. Would that be your assessment?
I wouldn't say unreasonable, but they have become enamored by the fires of revolution, by the flicker of the flames. And I feel that sooner or later, it may all lead to something worse for them.
I'd count on way sooner. Things are already boiling to a head. Boiling to a head? You know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm just counting, clear and present dangers. I'm not even focused on, the government men that apparently are making plans as well.
Yes, and when you mentioned them, I had Regina look into that matter for a little while. It concerned me as well.
How so?
Well, I do not know how much you know about the stories of the First Inquisition, but I would enjoy the notion of not having another event of that scale happen here.
Refresh my memory.
Mortals realize that we exist. They join forces with those who can wield the faith and systematically hunt us down.
Yep, that's about what I was afraid of. I mean, part of the reason that I've been, making my way through the police department over the years was so that if this was happening, I'd at least get some kind of advance heads up. But whatever communication there is between local and federal, I haven't picked up on any of it.
No, it seems they are completely on their own, which is both beneficial but also dangerous.
I mean, do we have anybody government-y that could maybe give us some kind of input? What we can expect, or at least when?
Well, I was hoping...
We're mobilizing now. They have a time frame.
Well, I was hoping Regina would have found more information, and so I asked her to look into it for me.
All right. Well, then let's keep searching.
As you
Yes.
say that, could you make me and this is Silas, because I assume you're up front. Could
am
you
up
make me an awareness wits test, please?
Sure can. Somewhere along here. Ernest. And it's
You're about to step and you realize there's a pressure plate right where your toes are about to hit.
fun. I'd like to not do that.
As you pull your foot away, you look up, and it's relatively well concealed, but hiding in kind of the moss and like detritus that's kind of clinging to the ceiling here is what looks to be a human-wide gate that looks like it swings down, and it's just covered in wooden stakes.
Can I just trigger it without being in the way of it?
Yeah, absolutely. And you see it kind of with a
okay.
lot of force as it comes down.
So I think we're on a pretty good track.
I agree.
Let me scoot past it.
It takes a few more minutes for you to kind of wind your way around, but you feel like you're getting close to one of kind of the central hubs of the sewer system, wherein there is like plenty of room for like moving and action and meeting and things. But as you come around the corner, Jamie, you hear it before you see or feel it, and it's this rah! And it's from right behind you. As you whip around to see it, is an alligator. And it's coming right for the back of your leg. And we'll cut back to you guys in a minute. Calvin and Audra, what are you up to?
I believe we were headed back to the club, and we were going to see if we could get a meeting with Rat Meat, the gangrel,
Yes.
and Gale, the Malkavian who's friendly to us.
Yes. Assuming that you would have called them before you left to attempt to meet them, both of them will happily be waiting for you at Cafe Gal.
All right, Audrey, you ready?
Yep. Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, and we go in.
All right. So Cafe Gala has a main, and it is now about 1 o'clock in the morning, so it's a rocking place. There is a big band playing on the stage, and lots of people dancing, and people moving around, like serving and beers and things. Part of the bar has been cordoned off where it happened to get smashed through, and one of the coat check girls is working double duty because one of the coat racks has been destroyed. But other than that, it seems like the place is pretty rocking tonight. You also know that most of the business that was done here, because this is kind of your first full night, is actually done upstairs. There are a number of essentially private booths that overlook the dance floor. And from there is where most business happens. And that's probably where they're waiting for you. Would you have asked them to wait for you in separate booths or in the same one? We can have set this up whatever is most comfortable and strategic for you all.
Then definitely separate, because you don't want one to leave and the other to see it.
Okay. Who would you like to meet with first?
Audrey, this is your club.
Indeed it is. I'm not too sure.
I'd recommend starting with the one you've met before.
Okay, let's do it. That would be Gale.
Gale, the Malkavian, yes.
All right. Heading into the first booth, sitting just overlooking, kind of swaying back and forth to the music a little bit, looking out over the crowd, is a woman in a simple black pencil skirt with a white blouse that's got some ruffle kind of at the arm and the shoulder. Or at the arm and the wrist, and her hair kind of back in this this big sort of 40s bun, not like a beehive, but just kind of back and large. And she turns around when you come and say, "Oh, hello. Hey, hi, team. Venturers, what's going on?"
How are you, Gail?
I'm okay. I was just enjoying the music. You rang?
Yes.
All right. We are looking for where your people stand.
Oh,
I
we don't. Go ahead.
Or who your current leader is that we could discuss things with. We're putting together a bit of an alliance.
She sits down. An alliance for what?
To weather the storm.
The
Don Sebastian is...
Annex storm, the Don Sebastian storm, and the Sabat storm.
Yes.
All of the above.
And what does it mean to weather? What's your definition?
We're going to hunker down, maintain our territories, and continue to live how we live. And defend our laws.
It kind of sounds like you're not going to do anything about it.
We're the only ones that are going to do something about it. That's why. Yes.
We are going
I heard Don Sebastian was going to kill 2 Sabat at his thing tonight.
Okay. I don't believe Don Sebastian... Maybe. But do you trust
to
Don
say it's not
Sebastian?
theatrics?
Yes. Do you trust Don Sebastian with your futures?
I don't know that I trust anyone with my future.
You shouldn't. Don Sebastian is... Last we saw Don Sebastian, he was a problem for everybody. And no one was sad to see him go, and now he's back and he's angry at everyone who stayed.
Well, to be fair, that's a little bit of revisionist history. There were a lot of Toreador who were sad to see him go.
That is true. How
And
many
some
Malkavians were sad to see him go?
A few.
Are there any that would probably go to his cause?
Yeah. There aren't like that many of us in the city. I mean, I think there's like 8 total.
Well, here's my offer. I'm going to be talking with the Anarchs in order to maintain lands currently held by several interested parties in our alliance. We are going to assist the Anarchs in taking care of Don Sebastian and then the Sabat. Maybe in the other order. We'll see how it happens. And then we will defend our territories. And wait for what Anarchs inevitably do.
Argue with each other, screw up, not have a real vision, and then go away and kind of fight amongst each other until there's fewer of them. Because natural selection happens more quickly among the stupid? Yes.
That's our plan, and it doesn't involve someone throwing away our lands and territory.
Why don't you just have the Anarchs fight the Sabat like normal?
Because we can't because Don Sebastian won't be contained. He won't be satisfied with whatever he gets.
And so you think, but what about the fact that the Anarchs are winning?
I think the Anarchs have pretty much won.
I think you're probably right. So why should anyone work with you?
Because we're an alternative to the Anarchs. If you don't want to work with us, that's perfectly fine. I respect that. However, if you would like to maintain Camarilla laws, if you would like to maintain your current territories...
We don't... After Dr. Cross left, he pretty much said, good luck, team. But you see, you have to understand, Malkavians aren't like... territorial?
Like
well, it's just like we do our own thing. Right?
Okay.
Like, none of us are like... We don't have, like... We had UCLA or USC, right? No, it's Caltech.
Yes.
We had Caltech because that's where Dr. Cross was, not because that's where we all were, right? Like, that was just his domain, and it was our domain. We all kind of live where we live and do our thing, and you know, so some of us hang out with other kindred Camarilla types, and some of us don't. So, I mean, I prefer the Camarilla over any... I mean, I prefer the not Don Sebastian Camarilla over any other form of government because at least it knows how to secure itself and has a track record of actually, winning things. Like, it took over all of North America within the last 80 years. That were all of, at least, the United States within the last 80 years. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
That's something to stick behind. Yeah, I know. And why don't you make me a persuasion charisma?
No, that's
Who has more persuasion and charisma is my question.
Well, Calvin's done most of the talking.
Yeah.
So if you have additional words that you would want to add into this argument, that we're obviously the more secure choice moving forward, you should.
Should I? Yeah, I'm going to use my awe.
Okay. Which will allow you to add your presence dots to...
Yeah, you get a defense against that, or just...
You just add them.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Alright. So with the messy critical, I think about power a lot.
Yes.
I'm going to get a little aggressive. And I'm going to... I'm trying to think. Because maybe I lose some Camarilla status? I know that's a thing that can happen on messy things.
Sure. But someone would have to be there to see it.
Yeah. True. I'm going to go, listen, Gale. You're fractured. Your group is falling apart. Your people will not be able to stand against Don Sebastian in the spot. He's not going to do a damn thing about them. He's just going to let us all burn. Same with the Anarchs. They just want Don Sebastian dead. They want to kill something called the Camarilla, and once they have it dead, they're going to start turning on each other. We have to make sure that we're not in that mess. Now, if you want to be in that mess and get under the bus and just watch it run over the rest of LA, you go right ahead. Just tell your people. Our alliance is a better third option.
Can everyone hear me? I had to restart my audio thingy. Okay, just making sure. All right. She kind of looks up at you with like these yes, daddy eyes, with you like laying down the hammer on her like that. And like just your sheer force of personality, and she's like
he leans in on the table.
She like leans towards you. Are you gonna stake me if I don't?
Would you like that? Have you ever considered being an actress?
No.
You might want to start.
I'm in.
What is happening?
I need an adult.
I'll be in touch, Gale.
Can I just stay here?
Yeah, hang around.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she'll just like hang out like 5 steps behind you tonight, for the most part, unless you tell her to do something else.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
What just happened? Both Audra and I, as a player, I'm in shock.
It's Malkavian, and someone has a bit of a power fixation. What do you think she was a Camarilla climber?
It was meant to be. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
So Audra's gonna kind of look at Calvin and go, okay. Do you want to sit the next one out?
I would like to be there, but you should take the lead on this. I'm a little distracted.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yep. Jesus.
Yeah, before we go in there, I want to tell you, I don't expect the Gangrel to stick by us. I expect them to do their own thing, and all we're really asking is for them to not come at us.
Okay.
But don't let them know that.
Okay. All right, let's do this thing.
Okay. You make your way into the next booth. There are 3 of them up there, by the way. There are essentially 3 VIP rooms, and you have taken up the use of 2 of them. They're yours, so you can take up the use of as many of them as you like. But as you go into the other room, sitting on one of the chairs, his like big, heavy work boots up on the table, leaning back on the chair, wearing simple blue jeans and a what do they call the straps male tee. There's an awful name for them that I'm not going to use.
Just an undershirt.
Okay, yes,
Tank
t-shirt.
top.
Tank
A-neck
top.
is the actual term.
Okay,
The tank.
one of those.
Tank.
Yes, like a tank top. And he looks at the 3 of you and goes, fancy. Hang her on. Okay. What's up, team?
Hi. We wanted to have a chat with you, and just essentially consult. Things are a little crazy in LA right now, and we wanted to know where you're feeling, or where you would like to stand. I'm just not doing words today. I'm sorry. Where your clan stands on present matters. We are forming a coalition, and we're wondering if you'd like to join.
So the thing that's going to make every gangrel on the planet run away from everything is forming a coalition. Just letting you know that off the top. Yeah, you say that, and pretty much any gangrel's going to be like, I'm going to go get a beer. So I would say this. To start, no. But also, I can't imagine why anyone would, given the current situation.
Why anyone would
want to hang out with a bunch of Camarilla in Beverly Hills.
Well, would you rather Don Sebastian declares praxis and...
The Anarchs are going to kill Don Sebastian.
Okay, but then what's to say the Anarchs don't decide to make things even more chaotic and worse and no one comes out of this alive?
I feel like anyone who's just, like, gonna start murdering people is themselves probably gonna get killed pretty quickly. At least by the gangrel. Because the last thing we want is more people dying. I am not convinced that you have any power to stop that. If the Anarchs decide to go wholesale bloodlust, I can tell you there's a number of gangrel, and not just from LA, who will perfectly happily put a stop to them. You cut out the cancer, and you let the animal live. You don't kill the animal to kill the cancer. You are a parasite. You are neither the animal or the cancer, by the way, if you're wondering.
And she's gonna look at Calvin.
That was unnecessarily rude, but...
You came in and you approached me by saying, do you want to join my coalition? You offered me no respect. You offered me nothing in return. And what did you want me to do? Be nice?
No. Listen, we do respect you. The fact that you even came here is a big show of trust, or a big show of interest, and thank you for that. The gangrel will maintain what they always do.
Yeah, of course we will.
Yeah, the gangrel will survive. It's what they do best.
Yes.
So, your survival is important to us as a kind, or whatever the term for all of us is.
I feel like my personal survival and that of my clan is relatively irrelevant to you, except in terms of your political needs.
Yes, but my political needs help keep us alive as well.
I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah. I think you are in a seat of power, and we just wanted to come to you with this offer. I don't know.
Audra. And he will legitimately cut you off unless you, like, awe him into nod. Okay. What is it you want? What is it you really want? What is it you really, really want?
I want to see Don Sebastian dead. I want to see Los Angeles stabilized. I want... Primarily, at the moment, that's what I'm concerned with, is making sure that all of this mess that's going on doesn't cause us as in all of the various clans in Los Angeles, yourselves included, to lose out on territory, and things seem a little crazy, and I just don't want things to get worse.
And what are you going to do about it? Because all I can see is you telling me things I know about my own clan, which will survive irrespective of your political power plays, and that the Anarchs are probably going to win, which will happen irrespective of your power plays. So what is it you provide? What do you do for the group?
I am providing leadership. I am providing a structure. That's what I provide. I am attempting to provide leadership. I am attempting to provide not community, but kindredship in a different way from being kindred. I firmly believe that together we can do this. But if all of the clans of the Camarilla, if all of the various clans fracture and don't cooperate, that we have no chance.
Make a persuasion, charisma roll. And you have presence, so if you want to add your awe to that, right? You have awe, right? So if you want to add your presence to that.
Okay. Come on, character sheet. Sorry, that was persuasion.
Charisma, plus your dots in awe, plus your dots in presence.
Okay. And charisma. And is 2 dots in presence.
You should feel free to A, rouse your blood to roll an extra die, and B, use a willpower to reroll if you so choose.
Okay, let us do the willpower reroll.
Okay.
Come on. It's just not... I think there might be something. How many? 3 dice? Yeah.
3 dice.
Okay. So that's 5.
Mm-hmm. So you were actually both at 5 successes, and he goes, look, I respect your position, but I need more than leadership. I need something other than some ephemeral Ventru promise of stability, which has never been a thing for my people to begin with.
Okay, what can I give you?
I don't know. That's why I asked what you have. Every member of a pack provides for that pack. Right now, the only thing you're providing is hot oxygen. It's not that I don't want to believe you, it's just that you have told me this leadership. What is that? What does that even mean? What do you provide?
We have the prince's former Marischal. We've got quite a bit of martial power. We have direct contact with the Tremere and their influence and might. And we are gaining allies faster than you'd think.
They've got me! And he looks over at Gale. Anyways. Those are intriguing. So you can protect yourself and you can do magic tricks. That's good. You need that to survive. But why not just join the Anarchs?
I don't want to... Alright. I need to talk to the Anarchs. We will be, technically, joining the Anarchs while allowing everyone to maintain their Camarilla ties.
And the Anarchs are going to be okay with that?
They might not, but I think they'll come around. We can, we've got a few things we can leverage.
This is all new territory, you understand that, right?
This has never been done before.
Yeah, the Anarchs have never held a city before, so you can convince them that there's some sort of precedent. I think it may go for it as long as you... But you've got to, like... They are going to be like me.
I understand.
Right? They're not going to let you stand on fucking tradition. They're not going to let you stand because you're the Camarilla. You have to show them you
We
mean
need to show them
something.
a unified fist. That when the Anarchs take out Don Sebastian, they do it with us. That they're not alone in needing him gone. And that in order to maintain whatever stability they can muster, they will need all of us. If I have you with me, that's easier.
Here's... you're going to have... I'm not... Make a persuasion charisma?
I'm not gonna awe him.
Okay.
Yeah, no-
It's going to be lower because, Audra, you loosened the hinge, or loosened the thing.
And would this count as negotiations? No?
Yeah.
I have a specialty. 3 successes. Let me see how many willpower. Yeah, I'm gonna willpower roll it.
Okay.
Once I find that on my sheet. There it is. 4 successes.
Okay, here's what I can do. I know you swing a big bat with Hollywood, and I know one of your people swings a big bat with the police department, and I know you've got some criminal contacts and stuff, right? And on top of that, you have some pretty rich feeding grounds here.
Yes, we do.
A pretty badass coterie at your back. I don't mean yours, by the way.
I know.
That's ground to negotiate on. I think any Anarch worth their salt's going to tell you have to prove you can hold something in order to hold it.
Yeah.
I'm willing to communicate to those of my clan when we meet next, which should actually be tomorrow, that you are not like the Dawn. That you're looking to keep your territory, and that you probably have the ability to hold it.
We definitely can hold what we own now.
And that if there is going to be some sort of new Anarch thing, that's exactly the sort of people you want holding an area. They're connected and they have a big fist. That's not an endorsement.
I know.
That is a statement of fact.
I appreciate this. If you need anything, I'm here for you. I don't know if we can make it official without any kind of Harper, but if you need a favor, come.
Hey, right here.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot she's the assistant Harpy.
Well, I mean, we don't really have harpies right now, but I can still keep track of these things.
Yes, Gail, I'm glad you were
Yeah.
here to witness this.
I witness it and hereby mark in the book a minor boon. Minor boon? Calvin? Audra?
Yes.
Let's go. You know what?
Yes, I will make it a minor boon.
Okay, minor boon owed by Audra. 2. Rat meat. So moted be.
No, Cavians.
It's fine. Yes, you owe me a favor. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want you at our table. I want you. Look, I know that the Camarilla has done things in unsavory ways. I
No shit.
frankly don't agree with all of the actions of my elders. I want things
Can
to be
I
different.
push back on you there a little bit?
Yeah.
It was our elder who started it. And you know what? None of us are going to run away from it. If you can't stick to your people, I don't understand why I'm even sitting at this table with you. Landerhaven did the right thing for Landerhaven and her pack, which is Lucille. When you see that another pack that's got more teeth than you do comes in, you go back to your cave and you hope for the best. Or you find new hunting grounds. And your grandsire went and found new hunting grounds.
Yeah, she did. I'm not gonna do that.
It's a good pup.
I don't know if you just complimented me or insulted me. Probably a bit of
Take
both.
some time. Think about it.
Would he be receptive to her holding out her hand for him to shake it?
Make it charisma. Make it manipulate. Nah, yeah, I mean, you would have to put a little smarm on it. So why don't you make that Why don't you make it a... let's do etiquette, even though it's like gangrel etiquette. But let's do etiquette charisma.
Okay.
It's just using the appropriate type of etiquette.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? Hey! Darn. I was
You
hoping
needed one success. And he's like,
Fine.
fine. And he shakes her hand. I'll talk to my people about you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Anything else?
Have a wonderful night. Enjoy the club.
Oh, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I figured. Do you need a
And
ride anywhere? Or you...
He exits stage left. No, I'm good, thanks. I got a 28 Indian head out there. I'm fine.
Oh, damn.
And he's out.
Audra, if you'll excuse me, I believe I have to take a dance.
Yes!
Yes! Oh my god, just go!
And I will dance off with Gil.
Okay. And as that happens, we slash cut back to Alexander and a passed out Celine flat-heading through downtown Los Angeles on their way to Beverly Hills as they are being chased by another car. It looks to be some sort of, not a stretch limo, just kind of a mid sort of sedan. And I need to know how you guys want to try, even though you're not driving, Alexander and Lisbeth for this, how you're trying to help break off the car chase.
Okay.
Have you tried
Okay,
telling the driver to go faster?
I'm pretty sure we have.
Okay. Cover all the bases.
I imagine we'd be telling them to go as fast as possible.
Sure.
How standoutish is the vehicle we're in?
Moderately stoutish. You are rich people who drive rich-looking cars for the most part.
Oh no, we were in some kind of security vehicle. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. You were in like a security.
I don't know. That's Nerdy's territory. It was whatever her security people were driving.
What were they? Celine, what would they have been driving?
Oh,
We joked about a armored car,
That seems to not make sense, though, right?
but like maybe
it'd be probably something slightly fancy, but practical enough that if she was in trouble, they could get away.
So Cadillac.
Perfect.
Yeah, Cadillac. It's Cadillac.
I want to try because the first thing that comes to mind is try to find an area where other people would be driving similar vehicles.
Sure.
And to try and get mixed up with them.
Malibu. So if you were to head north along the shore, you'd get to like Malibu, and then you would head inland towards like what is it? Bel Air and stuff like that.
Yeah, so the idea is to try and lose ourselves with other like cars.
Okay. Yeah, make a, because this has to be active for you. So you're trying to instruct the driver on where to go, right?
Yeah.
While he's like dodging bullets and like swerving through the car. You're like, no, go that way! No, get over there! No, go! Right? So go ahead and make me, I'm going to make this a persuasion plus composure roll.
Okay. I have high composure, so...
That's good. Nice, 4 successes. That's good. You're able to slip around and kind of make your way back up, and it's about 10 minutes. These guys are obviously tailing you, and then as you begin to instruct more specifically on, like, now go down this street, now go over here, now do this, now turn over here, now go down these alleys, and then go up this way, and then do this, you're able to actually shake off your pursuers. And Lisbeth looks over at you, like, just in awe. Like, I'm so proud of right now. Darling.
Oh my god.
And soon enough, you will make your way back to Cafe Gala. And we'll be back to you in a moment. Oh, yes?
Okay. I was just going to say, I want to know, I know how to get Celine to wake up, right? I have to, like...
Yeah, you feed her some blood. And
there's a moment I want to do that.
Okay. You'll have to hunt.
Okay, that's true.
Which you absolutely are able to do. You have shaken them off.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you so choose, you can find someone with which to give of the blood, both possibly to you at Hunger 5 and to Celine.
Yeah, I want to do that, but we can move on to somebody else first if we...
No, let's just get it done. Let's do it.
Okay.
We're there. Let's make it happen.
Because of the touchy situation, I'm going to break my usual consensuous tradition, and I want to try and just find somebody. Maybe do an alley cat thing.
Okay. Yeah, you can attempt to do, like, alley cat would be knocking somebody out, right? Like,
that's true. I don't know how else to do it, because I don't think he'd be able to seduce anybody.
Do you have awe?
No.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay.
I could probably try to, like, convince them, like, help, my friend needs help really quickly. Maybe I could do it that way.
And then go, like, plop.
Yeah.
In the back of the head.
Kind of, yeah.
Knock him the fuck out. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and make a... As you're looking around, you see a couple of people talking, and they kind of break off, and one looks like they're heading home, and another looks like they're heading into the bar. If you want to make a subterfuge plus manipulation test.
Okay, good. It's 1.
You've got a friend who's got a problem?
She is flat.
I mean, Celine is like, I could basically show them the car.
Yeah,
Celine's,
you could.
And maybe wink at Lisbeth to, also help.
Oh, yes. Hey, hi, hello. How are you, darling? As you bring Alexander, as you bring this poor schlub over, Alexander is just like locks eyes with him and goes, I think you need to go to sleep. He falls asleep.
Okay, that's easy enough. I'll take care of Celine first, and then if there's anything that I can take after, then that's...
Celine, what is your blood currently at? How much blood do you have?
I have 2 hunger.
You have 2 hunger. All right, make 3 rouse checks. You will heal. You will reduce 1 egg down to a bashing, which is enough to wake up in intense pain. And then, Alexander, you were going to feed, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna hopefully feed.
So what essentially you see is Lisbeth kind of take this bite out of his neck, and then the blood starts to flow freely. She places it on Celine's lips, giving Celine just enough to like. You will gain 1 hunger, Celine, but you will reduce an agdo bashing. That is not a normal rule. This is all about bringing the characters back into the action, by the way, because I think it's ridiculous to have people sit out a whole night. If they survived, had you turned to dust, you would have probably sat out the whole night. But you literally hit exactly torpor. So, yeah. But then she's like, "Your turn. I'm pretty full, actually." Oh, you may be muted, Alexander.
Oh, I am. Yeah, I'll take it.
How much of it?
Not enough to kill.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your normal hunting roll.
Oh, that's usually persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe charisma? I don't remember.
Yeah, persuasion, charisma's fine. This is purely to see. This is purely a mechanical feature, right? You did not get any sort of bestial anything. You are able to remove 2 hunger and be down to 3. And he is now going to sleep for longer because he's a little low on iron.
I'm gonna try and put him somewhere comfortable.
Okay, yeah, there's
as comfortable as possible.
Yeah, there's a little bush on the corner over there. A little greenery. You can lean him up against it, and it's kind of soft and nice. Yeah. And that's how you feed without killing people.
I feel called out for some reason.
I mean,
so many people should feel called out by that right now. Okay, and with that, you're able to successfully make your way back to Cafe Gala. Silas and Jamie, however, need to roll a d10 for me.
A d10. Oh boy.
Yes, please. Just /r space 1d10.
Say again.
/r space 1d10. Okay, so the alligator's gonna go first and take a big old bite out of Jamie, because you're right there. And as you do, you realize it's really rippling with like muscle and stuff as it comes to bite you, and you should feel free to make a Dex plus athletics to get out of the way of its 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Oh, jeez.
I'm rolling hot tonight. I gotta tell you.
Yeah, you are.
You will take 4. You will take 4 superficial damage as it sinks into your leg and begins to pull you back. Silas, you see this happen as this what has to be a Gould sewer crocodile attacks Jamie right behind you. What do you do?
Let's see. Well, I mean, can I just grab him and try to yank him off? Ooh, phrasing. Grab the alligator and try to remove him.
You could. It's a large alligator. It would be a brawl and strength check versus its brawl and strength.
Okay. Let's see. Brawl plus strength plus I've got an all-out combat specialty.
Nice. It's an extra die.
Plus I got lethal body. So we add those 2.
Yeah. Got that potence. Oh! Are you attempting to also do damage?
Sure.
Okay,
Well, I got him.
so you not only pull the alligator off, you get him by the jaws, and you hear this horrible popping noise as you're starting to break its jaws apart. It's still up because it got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes to your 9, but it's now like trying to like close its jaws on you, and you're like, hells no! As Jamie, it's your go.
Yeah, we're going to. I'm going to. Is there enough space where I'm now free from The gator. All right. So after I'm free from the gator, I see Silas trying to rip it open, and I will gladly help assist in that.
All
Much
right.
obliged.
So I will probably. So it's probably gonna be what, brawl and strength as well, or is it
Brawl
gonna be
and strength indeed.
Okay. All right.
And you will take 2 extra dice on this because it is grappled.
Okay. Wow, I am not rolling that well tonight.
You can use a willpower if you so choose.
Yeah, I have a willpower to spare. I can reroll definitely 3. So 4 successes.
1. So you 2 evened out. You're not able to do any extra damage on him. But now it's its go, and it's going to try and snap. It's going to use its potence to try and snap your hands together, Calvin. Or Silas. Calvin. So you're going to want to make a Dex plus brawl. Oh, God!
Oof. That's a lot of 8s.
For 8 successes. You see it like... I have no other word for this, roid out, and you see its muscles start to rumple as it apparently has blown for potence and is now in this thing because obviously you guys are a threat. And you feel it start to... Yeah.
Can I still add my modifiers to this?
You may. You are potent for the rest of the scene. Okay, and so you can blow willpower, and you could also make a rouse check to roll an extra die if you so choose.
Sure.
And does he get a bonus for his number of potence things?
Say what again?
Using potence on a roll.
Yeah, you get your dots and potence. Did you add your dots and potence to your brawl and strength check?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Wait, did I add my... Yes, I did.
Okay. So, it's not your fault, it's just your turn. As this time, it snaps your hands into its jaw, and you both have guns, right?
Yeah.
Just checking. You both have firearms.
Trying not to make it that much louder down here, though.
I mean, it's all like...
I think all the screaming might be pretty loud.
I'm just checking. Okay, so...
are both my hands jammed in its mouth right now?
Both your hands are, in fact, jammed in its mouth right now as you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, plus 2, so 3 bashing, 3 superficial. As it goes... But then it's your go. Well, actually, it's going to be Jamie's go, and then it's your go.
Okay. All right.
I mean, if you could reach my gun or grab your gun, or
yeah, I'm going to grab Silas's gun.
Like providing a distraction.
So, Jamie's definitely going to pull the gun from Silas's holster, and he's definitely going to fire at the ghoul, the gator. So,
Okay.
Would it be composure firearms and?
It would be composure firearms.
Okay. Let me see here. Sadly, this is not a rifle, so this doesn't count.
Right in the eyeball would help.
Just shoot him right in the fucking brain.
So no modifiers, right?
No modifiers, indeed.
Okay.
Since it's my gun, does he get anything from me?
Yes! Oh, nice! And on the critical hit, we're going to end the combat because it's only there to provide threat and not to be, like, hours of combat. As you're like, oh, yeah, we should shoot it! And then you pull the gun out and you, like, put it in his eye and pull the trigger, and it kind of twitches for a second as it lets go of Silas and falls to the ground. And on that, we're going to take our break. We will be back in just a moment, for it is cat feeding time here at the Throckmorton Hacienda. We will be right back in just a moment with the second half of tonight's game of A Crusade with Thorns, Camarilla.
Cool.
Okie dokie.
Yay!
So do you want to a formula for it telling you successes in Roll20? So you don't have to count them up, it'll just show them to you?
Hot mic.
Sergeant First Class Mark Wood.
Okay, we're coming back in, people. Get ready for this. You ready? You ready? Wait for it. Hey, look, we're back. And I forgot to thank our amazing sponsors and talk about our Patreon before coming back in. And we will have our second Patreon-only post tomorrow or Friday, which is super exciting. So welcome to the party. I started a new Patreon. It's all about supporting artists, creators, and writers across the interspace. We like to think of it as PBS for RPGs. Our plan, after we are able to, pay our DMs a little bit, like pay for their Roll20 and stuff, which we've already made that, we're going to start reaching out to artists, reaching out to writers, reaching out to all these amazing creatives to create things that we will then showcase on this channel. So if you think that's an amazing thing, plus you want some cool bennies like getting thanks here at the break and chats with DMs, chats with players, previews of stuff that's going to happen, holiday cards, and other fun stuff, you should check out the Patreon by clicking on the Patreon button below. Also, of course, thank you to our sponsors, Tabletop Loot, Devon Rue, the Mistress of Maps, and of course, So Nerdwear. It's what the nerds wear. And should you go to So Nerdwear right now, you can type in welcome and get 10% off your purchase of amazing Welcome to the Party merch. On top of that, if you're, I think, a $5 patron, you get a 15% off Patreon. You get a 15% off, which we're taking a loss because we love you. That's how much we love you. We're taking a loss. It's all about the Patreon. Yeah, so you should do that because it's all about. Honestly, we get more money from the Patreon than we do from Twitch every day of the week. So if you ever want to support us, you should support us on Patreon and not here, because we're gonna. It's just more helpful. Twitch takes like 50 to 60% of every month worth of stuff, and Patreon takes 5%. It's a lot more fair. So yeah. You help us there. You're also helping a bunch of artists and stuff like that, so you should do that. Pew pew. Although we love your bits and your subscriptions and all that stuff too, all of that goes to help run the channel. So wherever you're most comfortable doing it is where you should do it. But we do thank you for your support, and we thank you for just watching, hanging out, chatting in chat, and all that sort of good stuff. And so we'll get back to the team, starting with Silas and Jamie Chen, his sire, running around the sewers, having freshly defeated an alligator. You're like, where did that alligator come from? And you realize there was a trapdoor in the actual wall of the sewer that it kind of slithered out of. That is a full-sized, human-sized door that leads into an additional passage, a different passage.
Well, after you, Jamie.
I think you might need this. And Jamie hands back your gun.
Yeah. I'm going to keep it out for now.
Sounds like a good plan.
Instead of leading with my nose.
As you make your way down this passage, there's water up to about your ankles. So it's not super gross here. But it's a little
great.
gross. Yeah, it's got a little bit of that, sewery smell to it as well. But you come into a raised square room. There's a central wooden table, a number of file cabinets, and then on the wall is a map that's got all these little red dots in it.
Okay, well, I take a look at the map and see if there's any kind of pattern to the red dots.
So it's all in low-income areas of the city, and it's kind of along major roads. As you're looking, you see there's a little inscription on recent TB outbreaks by neighborhood in the last 2 weeks, and it seems to be charting a recent uptick. Which, now that you think about it, you remember hearing on the news that there has indeed been an uptick in tuberculosis cases in the city. A lot of that news just got drowned out by the riots, but now that the riots are over, that's getting more reportage again. But there has been more tuberculosis among the mortals than most people are comfortable with, which is weird because there is a tuberculosis hospital in the city as well.
Jamie, does this mean anything to you?
I was going to ask you the same thing. Anything seems out of the ordinary for you?
Well, other than a tuberculosis outbreak, no. I can't really think of what this would mean.
If both of you would like to make
Why somebody
investigation...
care?
Right.
I sure would.
Yeah, investigation plus wits.
Oh.
Okay, plus wits.
So Silas, you're able to put a couple of things together. First of all, this repository has in part already, some of it's been moved out. Some of it has not. There are a number of files here of kindred who are already dead. Or kindred who have left. If you would like a full dossier on Amelia Landerhaven and Dr. Cross, they are here for you to read at your pleasure. But there are two more pressing pieces of interest here. Thing number one is it seemed like Regina was doing some sort of research, or some Nosferatu who has since had this place either ransacked or abandoned or something, has been doing research on tuberculosis. And they seem to think that there is a vampiric connection to this. There are a number of outreach initiatives happening in East LA and some of the other poorer parts of town in order to cure tuberculosis, but it's weird, you find in the notes that it says that it would be odd that where the highest incidence of treatment is where the highest incident of tuberculosis outbreak is, right? But that seems to be the case. And we also believe through fleeting scans of people moving through the crowds that there is some either vampiric or some sort of vampiric connection here as well. Although it's hard to say who. That's the conclusion that they come to is that either vampire, some rogue vampire, some rogue kindred is perhaps working with some really gross part of the medical establishment to do experiments on tuberculosis patients, is one of the running theories they have. Another is, and this one was discounted, by the way, they're like, there's no way anyone would ever think to do that, that's insane and would be harmful to everyone, is to cause a full-scale tuberculosis outbreak in the city, which would have an impact on every kindred and human. They feel like it's much more likely that this is some sort of medical experimentation, like a field test of some sort. And the other big thing you find is that an unknown government organization with high-tech weapons, who you've run into, they don't seem to have a name for them, though, is took significant losses recently, and one of their primary headquarters was destroyed, and it was up in Griffith Park. But follow-on information from that seems to indicate that they have brought in more serious firepower and are currently gathering intelligence to prepare a major strike should they find a target.
Okay, so that's a lot of information. I don't know. We should probably take this back to the gang.
Yes, you should.
I mean, there's not much I can do about it from here.
Yeah.
No.
And take these files as well. And I'm going to look around the room. Is there anything else that I missed?
No, that's all the important crap.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's 4 things. That's, yeah. I mean,
May I see Landerhaven's file for a moment?
Help yourself.
What are you looking for, Jamie?
I'm just curious. I want to peruse it just for a minute, just to see what's in there before I shred it.
Well, I get to read it too.
It's got her lineage.
The basics.
It's got her lineage going back to the Big H, which is only 1 generation. It's got a rundown on her North American holdings, which are primarily oil and iron and steel based, with large amounts of holdings both here in the Los Angeles oil strikes and in the in Pennsylvania, where there's significant like Bessemer steel stuff happening, right? Or what is it, Bethel? Bethel Steel or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bethlehem Steel.
Bethlehem Steel, that's it. Yeah. Those seem to be her primary North American holdings all revolve around iron and steel production and oil production. And then it's got her lineage down through Audra, and her 2 childer, and their 4 total childer between them. Some financials. It also says that she's very likely married to Lucille.
Okay. So Jamie's going to go through that for a moment. Gloss over, read, kind of hover for a moment on the lineage bit for a minute before closing it. I believe when you were at the rant, they said that they had told you or mentioned briefly about a descendant of Tyler to you, yes?
The phrase came up.
What do you know of Tyler?
Not nearly as much as you, so what do I need to know?
Tyler was one of the sparks for the entire Anarch Revolt, the first one. And the inspiration to challenge the institution of established rule at that time was unheard of, and it inspired many other such movements, some even leading to form what is commonly referred to as the Sabbat. Tyler has become somewhat reclusive. I do not know where she may be, but those of us who have been very loyal to the dream of the revolt have remained such. I was once one of those people. And so are you.
Huh. So, what does that mean, man?
Well, you did fairly well to hold your own in the rant, though the odds were truly stacked against you.
Not much of a speaker.
You think I am?
Boy.
But when we do have a point to make, we do make it. That is something that hasn't changed with you, I see. But there was a time before I met you, before I embraced you, I was with several other kindred, and we were the sparks of revolution, if you will. And that is how I found you all those years ago.
That's why.
Yes. I didn't stay long because I still had a duty to perform. And in the end, I've been holding the urge to agree with McNeil, because I still want to believe there's a better path for all of us that doesn't require excessive bloodshed.
So what do you suggest? What can we do, us fine, upstanding speakers of the passionate movements?
You may not think it, but if you truly believe you have a point to make it. Let it be known to everyone. You have a voice that you are not aware of yet. And also,
I'm probably going to want to hear more about this.
True, but I fear that whatever is causing these problems will not be solved in one evening, and you have a lot of concerns to be dealing with. So, I will take what this information what we've acquired, and I will look into it myself. You have your coterie to worry about.
Yeah, I'll go and fill them in. Obviously, you know where to reach me.
Yes, and before I forget, and he hands you a slip of paper, and it's a telephone number on it. Only use this phone number when everything has gone awry.
So 2-3 days tops.
Probably, but
Yeah.
I would warn you and caution you that if you do use this number, you'll be bringing forth hellfire with it. So do so at your cautionary discretion.
I'll see what we can do before it comes to that.
Yes, well, if you use that phone number, there'll be some people I do not want to talk to.
So if I call, leave your name out of it?
No, they will know.
And we'll
All right.
close the
I
scene.
would say sorry, go ahead. You can close the scene. There's not much left.
Yeah,
there.
I was going to close the scene there because it feels like we're just going to say goodbye and then move on with our. Yeah. And
I
so
did have one quick,
Yeah.
brief go-back question or follow-up question. Do we have any way of reaching out to those werewolves or no? Kind of forgot about that last
They said they would
time.
get a hold of you.
I gave them my card. I did
Right.
not take any means of communication for that.
Yes, that is correct.
They
True.
appear to be sons of the soil, so I'm not sure if they're into phones or...
I'm sure if they really want to, they will find us.
All right. That's
I'm
all
sure
I-
they will find you.
Yeah.
See.
Okay.
See.
And to ease the narrative transition, Silas, Celine, and Alexander have all, at this point, almost simultaneously, weirdly, because of expert writing on the part of our writer's room, make it back to Cafe Gala at the same time, just as Calvin and Audra are finishing up with rat meat. And so heading in, Silas, first, and then Alexander carrying a limping Celine who seems to be on the edge of death, along with Elizabeth Afianza, all making their way upstairs to the center VIP booth.
I'm actually dancing at the moment, so I don't notice any of this.
Okay. But Audra's up there. We'll see. I want to bring everybody back together. I want to bring everybody. You have finished your dance. It was sweet and creepy, and she asked you a couple of times if she can feed off you, and it's fine. It's whatever. It is what it is. Yeah. And, yeah.
Not tonight, dear.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And Audra's just gonna be standing there giving Calvin the side eye. Just kinda just like, oh Jesus Christ, like just giving him the side eye. And everyone walks in, and Audra is gonna take one look at everyone and go, everyone in the booth.
Yeah, Celine literally looks like she's probably 4 inches thinner and maybe 3 inches taller than she was before. Parts of her are flat that shouldn't be, like the back of her head, and the front of her nose, and has what looks like the worst case of road rash ever on her. Alexander has a bullet hole that looks like it entered the top of his shoulder and exited somewhere near his lower back. Elizabeth looks pretty okay, actually. And then Silas has, like, mud stains up to almost his knees from running around in the sewers.
Yeah, everybody in a booth. Come on. Like,
Also, shark
close the
bite.
door behind.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah. Also, alligator bites on his arms. Yeah.
What the hell? Yeah, everybody in a room, and let's take turns and talk about our day, folks.
Well, before we do that, Lisbeth, it is good to see you. How are you feeling? What can we do for
Thank
you?
you,
Why
yeah.
are you here?
I am here because, well,
Celine.
I feel like Celine should tell you that story, and perhaps Alexander, but I am here because I'd rather not be anywhere else at the moment, darling.
I knew you weren't doing it by choice.
She's under my protection at the moment.
Oh,
Indeed.
Well, Elizabeth, it's wonderful to have you, and if I can arrange for any refreshments, please do let me know. And
I
maybe
could
we
be
should
peckish, actually.
Celine as well.
yes, that's it. I think everyone needs refreshments at this point.
I'm okay.
Yes, but should we speak first and then
Yeah.
do all the dice rolling after the role playing so we can get some...
Yes, please.
Who wants to tell me why they look like an absolute mess and why we're going to need to replace the carpets up here?
Alexander's going to look to Silas first.
Silas is going to look at Celine.
Just
All
throw
right,
me under the bus.
Someone please hurry up and speak.
How was Elysium? It appears to have been active.
Well, I gave the gift to Celine,
Oh, good.
and Celine tried to give it to Don Sebastian, and that didn't go well. And then Celine jumped out a window.
That
Really?
didn't go well.
Did you really jump out Lisbeth's window? I was mostly joking about that.
The smug bastard offered to take the gift for a blood bond. I may have lost control and tried to kill him.
But did he accept the gift?
Yada, yada, yada.
No, I tried to kill him. He did not accept the gift.
Well,
I didn't stick around to find out what next. I jumped out a window.
You left it for him, right?
It's there.
Yeah, good. So hopefully he'll take it.
I mean, you look great, all things considered.
Yes, for having attempted to attack Don Sebastian, you still have your head.
I am surprised by that as well.
So,
I understand. The mirrors do exist in cars. I've seen.
Who else was there that we know?
Sergey was there.
Yeah.
Lindy was there.
Really? Oh.
Elizabeth was there. There wasn't many Toreadors that any of us know, but there was quote-unquote Toreadors there. Elizabeth, you did say
Yes.
something about that.
Yes, I believe Don Sebastian has spent the last year embracing a number of his own children, who he has trained up to create his own quorum.
That's interesting. Elizabeth, I do have a question then.
Yes.
Who killed Flicker then?
I don't know, to be honest.
I could
It is-
fill you in on that. If I could remember his name. Is it Garcia?
Yeah.
Got it in one.
Yeah.
And as long as there are no follow-up questions, I'm happy to have helped.
Was that Flicker or was that Philomath?
Flicker.
Oh.
Right?
No.
Philomath. Philomath, yes.
That was Phil.
That's what I get for creating two F-leading
I
Toreadors.
thought it was Flicker.
I
No, it was Philomath.
Okay. In that
Is
case, I'm
there-
going to shut up. I don't know nothing.
Flicker was killed by shovelheads, right? Based
Yes.
on what I
Yes,
saw.
Flicker was
So
killed by
most
shovelheads.
likely the Sabat. Question
Yeah.
mark on names, but Sabat.
See, that's why I was asking if he embraced a bunch of his own, whatever you want to call them, disgraces to the Toreador name. He could have tried to make it look like Sabat.
It is also quite a possibility.
But we do have a genuine Sabat presence in the city. I think it would be wiser for us to consider it being done by the Sabat. We have a genuine threat. We don't know what they're doing. Well, we know a little bit, but not very much, and it's probably best if we consider this an actual Sabat action rather than potential Don Sebastian cloak and dagger shadow, whatever you want to call it.
I do not disagree with this about being a threat, but understanding what Don Sebastian is doing could help us poke holes in his plans. And if he is trying to make us think that things he's doing is Sabbat,
It is a very Sabbat tactic, you're right.
Certainly not a Camarilla approved tactic to sire a bunch of children. Also, there's a blood hunt on Don Sebastian.
I also believe there's a blood hunt on you all by Don Sebastian. Possibly me as well, but definitely Celine, and certainly the rest of you as well.
Well,
Would only make
excellent.
which brings me to another point. Alexander, I do believe I told you to run if anything went bad. Why am I here?
Well, I listened.
Yeah,
I ran.
ran all over the place. There's
But-
a ton of running.
I couldn't leave you. I can't do that to my coterie. I wouldn't leave any one of you behind again. I did that to Calvin, and it was...
You didn't do that to me.
It worked out, but I feel bad. And I didn't want to do it to you, because you were absolutely helpless.
Well, then I thank you.
I thank you too.
And I would do it for all of you. So I think it's, in this case, I'm done running.
Oh, we're definitely done running.
What does that mean?
It means we have the Marechal.
Yes.
They can send a blood hunt at us, but what are they going to do? Send fresh blood at us? Inexperienced young fools?
They have Von Lindian. His coterie is 7.
Ha!
Von Lindy is dangerous. Does he owe us? Or no, I think we're square with him.
No, we're square. He probably hates me.
Why would he hate you, Audra?
I haven't been the nicest to him over the phone.
You were kind of a dick to him, actually, yeah.
Audra, someday we're really going to have to teach you how to politic. We really are good. Me and Kevin will just have to sit you down and go over some points if you really want to be prince.
You know what? I will take you up on that. This has been an interesting time. And yeah, I could use some help. Let's just kill Don Sebastian, please.
But Sergei was there?
I talked to him. It certainly seemed like him, yes.
Did he owe us a favor? I forget. I could look it up, but I don't.
No, you owe him one. Or he asked a favor of you. To remove Ming's influence from the docks, which you have not done.
Yeah.
Well, I tried my best.
You did.
I was also asked to remove his influence from the docks.
From the docks by Ming. Indeed. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Don't know that.
yeah.
It's never come up.
Yeah.
But anyhow, we've spent, Aldra and I have spent the evening judging and gathering allies. We have made the venture.
Gale caresses your cheek when you say gather allies.
Oh, Gale, please excuse us.
What?
Please excuse us for the moment.
What? But she gets to stay here looking at Elizabeth, but I don't?
Jeff, okay. It's valuable to have, you are an extremely important person.
I know!
So please, stay with us and consult.
Okay, I will.
Thank you.
Welcome. You're lucky to have me.
I certainly am.
Should we get her set up with a desk or something? Or He seems like a go-getter.
She is. She's very skilled. Let's, however, that's, so you were shot at, you jumped out the window. And that's all the major incidents that occurred?
I was shot at while running away from Don Sebastian's, I assume, children. That's my assumption now. And they tailed us for a little while, but we managed to get away.
Oh, all right. Calvin's playing with this letter. Okay. Is there anything else we need to know? Okay, then Silas.
Oh, right. There might be a citywide conspiracy to infect humans, and also, this is actually a little bit lower on the list of problems.
No, continue with that.
I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to some kind of tuberculosis outbreaks in the poorer parts of the city.
Okay.
Is that ringing any bells?
To think of it, yes.
Okay. Well,
We've heard vague radio reports about it.
we've gotten some information that maybe this isn't, accidental. That maybe this is part of an experiment. That maybe this is vampires and humans working together. That's about as far as I got. I got more files in the back, but it's not a good sign.
That screws everybody.
Oh yeah, also those government guys are about to amass in force. Probably should throw that one in there too.
That's mixed news.
That is nice to know. Should we point them at Don Sebastian and pretend like the rest of us don't exist?
Yes.
Or the Sabbat, whoever pokes their head out first.
We could
Both
point them at
would
you.
be nice.
What can my government do? That's super useful. The flower shop, was there anything to learn there? Or that's what you learned at the flower shop?
Oh, well, that's what I learned below the flower shop. Also, try to avoid attacking an alligator.
What?
You know what? I didn't tell you fully.
It's been a night for everybody, okay? Also, I may be some kind of anarch golden child.
This is too
Wait,
much.
what?
That one can keep.
Okay, we'll cycle back.
Oh, Elizabeth, I've been meaning to ask. I asked Sergei, he didn't seem to know anything. Have you heard from Philomath lately?
I'm sorry, what now?
Have you heard from Philomath lately?
No, I don't know where she went. And it is why I was supposed to be Primogen, because that's not anything I ever want to do. I'm here now. Not near Don Sebastian. And my home, by the way.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You're a little bit better off here rather than there, though, aren't you?
Oh, incredibly so, yes.
I mean, you're in the middle. You can bring some of your people here if you still need to meet with any of your...
What people?
I meant
Philomath
your-
is gone. Flicker's gone. Apparently Sergei's all up Don Sebastian's rear quarters. I don't want anything to do with that man. He's horrible.
Well then, Lisbeth, you are welcome here. I can arrange for living quarters for you. For the time being, anyways.
Yeah, short term until I get my hotel back.
Short term until you get your hotel back. Excellent.
Indeed. So what was this about you being an anarch golden child, Silas?
I'll tell you when I've gotten a little bit more of my legs under that one.
Okay.
Seems like something got your legs tonight.
It's my hands. My legs are fine.
That's right. That was my...
It's a shark.
Slightly different.
Well, still hurts.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. Well, at least you... Never mind.
What's next, team?
What is next?
All
I don't-
sorts of information.
We have some leads we could follow up on. Ming is not going to come through for us. She never does.
No. It's disappointing. It's a risk, but if we wanted to point the government at Don Sebastian, how would we even think of going about that? It'd have to be subtle to not put ourselves in the crosshairs.
Sure, and right now, as far as I can tell, we don't have any human contacts that, extend that high up.
I have influence in Hollywood, but I don't know how that would help us here.
Well, what if He's not... This is Don Sebastian. He's going to be flashy.
Yes.
We
He's
just
going
have
to be loud.
Make sure someone's looking when the flashbulb goes off.
Why not a real flashbulb? Have
Well,
Kip take
hey.
the camera.
Alexander has influence with the papers. What if we leave a subtle hint in the papers? Something they may pick up on to be watching for said flash.
And we could...
I don't see why we should even be subtle.
We just have to make sure he's at a place where we know he will be. So it'd be better to be a place of your choosing.
Well, we do have the ambush that was laid for us. I don't think he'd attended himself. We've already gone over that. However, we still have that thread to pull. That is actually a diversion. I'm sorry I brought it up. How would we lure Don Sebastian?
Put something somewhere he wants. And let him know that it's there. Me.
I was going to
Celine,
say,
for that matter.
That would work.
what if he came to them?
That's what I'm saying.
What if we send him to the government? That way we don't risk any masquerade breaches. We don't...
How do we send him there?
I mean, I got information on a hideout or a base of operations of theirs, but it's cleared out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had mentioned everything about them.
There's some backup stuff, supplementary material.
Yeah. All right. Well, if it's a cleared out base, that's not of much use to us.
Not really, which is why I didn't bring it up.
We do know that they rather like the docks that we were at.
There's a knock on the door.
Audra will get it because no one can get it. So she'll just kind of peek her head out, kind of a thing.
It's one of the folks who works here. Because there's an emissary from someone named Ming here with delivery for you.
Oh hell!
I'll take it. Excuse me.
No, I'll take it probably.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go. Should I let them up?
No.
No.
Who will go
I'll,
down?
I'll come down. I'll come to you. I'll come to the
Okay.
emissary.
Thanks. She will take you down. She's a cigarette girl, actually. She's cigars, cigarettes, lollipops, cigars, cigarettes. Yeah. And she takes you down, and it's the same gentleman who was here earlier in the day, or earlier in the night, and he has a small doctor's bag, and he hands it to you.
Thank you.
No.
I believe you requested a certain host.
I did indeed.
And he
In the
just
back?
nods at he just nods at it, turns around and walks away.
Thanks, I guess. she'll go back up with the bag and she'll go. Think we got hubris.
There's so many puns.
Do we have Hyacinth so we can check?
She's about somewhere, yeah.
Elizabeth, how do you mind if we publicize that you're here slightly? I don't want Don Sebastian coming here, but some people will learn that you are here very quickly. I'm not saying we get word
Quite
out
well
of it.
known. Indeed.
But
Yes, although allowing him to know I am here, here's the problem. I believe that they already know you're here. It only makes sense.
Yes.
So it's not much of a lure to say that I too am here.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a good spot to stage.
Well, I have a friend who, as you know, they are converting some older factories to the war industry.
Well, yes.
And this is an ongoing process. And there's an old factory that I'm sure we could have use of if we so wished. In which, if we needed a place to set up an ambush, we'd be there.
That sounds quite useful.
Okay, so we get Don Sebastian there. Maybe we leak that Don Sebastian's going to be there to the Sabbat and to the government that there's going to be a whole mess of things that go bump in the night there, and maybe some of our problems solve themselves.
I am trying so hard not to break right now. I'm pretty proud of putting a plan together. Sorry. Yes, I think that makes quite a good deal of sense, actually. It will take some finesse to pull off.
I'm sure.
Do you think you can?
Coordinate.
I feel like you would need help from the less savory folk in the Anarchs to make this happen.
Okay. Yes, of course. I'm sure the Anarchs are just chomping at the bit to get to Don Sebastian.
I mean,
What?
I wouldn't know where I am. Yes, Sila.
I could give it another shot.
Well, you just have to make a call. We're not asking you to
Oh, okay. Well, then I definitely can make it.
to convert. We're not asking you to go recruit. How do we let the Sabbat know he's anywhere?
It's not my department.
Does anyone have an idea on that? That seems... I mean, I'd have to talk to Ming again, and to be honest, I'm really tired of that. What's that?
I have contacts in Chinatown that aren't Ming.
Maybe they could drop word to Ming, and Ming could tell us about.
What? Say that again?
Maybe they could drop word to Ming, and Ming could tell us about.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I can, my friend Feng, he's part of Ming's whole gang and business and all that kind of stuff, and I could definitely get word along to him, and we can see where that lead floats.
It's not a bad plan. Yeah, I'd say we could spend forever putting ducks in rows.
Frankly, I'm tired of putting ducks in rows. I'm going to say that meanwhile, while all this conversation is going on, what's her name?
Which one?
Which
the magic
one?
one.
Hyacinth. She's not in here.
We can't actually.
She's right. Yeah.
Is she in the building? Like, can I get someone to go get her, kind of a thing?
Yeah, you can get somebody to go get her.
Yeah. So while all that's happening, she's also gonna try and get someone to get Hyacinth over here so that we can open the bag and confirm that this is who I think it is.
Okay. Somebody will come back within about 10 minutes as you're having this conversation. I can't seem to find her.
Where did she go?
I don't know. She doesn't appear to be in the building.
Person.
What?
We can reach out, right? You have a contact information for her?
I do.
Well, in the meantime, Alexander, did you want to take a look at these?
I can definitely do that.
Okay.
So I will probably need to feed afterwards.
Well, let me make arrangements and let me see if I can find some folks or everyone that needs a snack, and she'll hand Alexander the bag.
Okay.
I'll go out and just start making arrangements very quickly and then pop back.
I can do the thing. Spirit's touch. That will give me context of what happened. I don't know if it'll tell me who the person is, but
Yeah.
do I add modifiers to it? I don't remember.
Yeah, does she add her? Or
Yeah,
does
you
she
add your
add
aspects.
Cool.
Oh, okay. Does that look right?
Yes, sure.
I have to do a rouse check.
a
1 sec. Yeah, that's what I thought.
You get flashes of this fight between this giant flesh demon, essentially, and Belmont Hubris, that Belmont Hubris very much loses. It's just these quick flapping, oh god, and that's it, and then it's gone.
Okay, well, I can confirm that it is indeed Hubris, and that he was fighting some kind of giant flesh monster
With fleshy wings. Yeah.
with fleshy wings. That was not, I don't want to ever see that again.
The good news here is that it is hubris.
But Ming seems to have succeeded in doing something for us for once without...
No.
Well, no.
No,
She did something, but I wouldn't say that it's without a catch.
It's also not what we asked for.
yeah, no, it's not.
Oh, it was supposed to be alive. I forgot about that detail.
It's fine. He's dead. Hooray! And it sounds like he had a fantastic fucking ending. Good riddance.
Knock.
Those giant.
I'll get it again.
Could you?
You open the door and you see Von Lindy.
No.
Hey, doll.
No.
Please. I'm going to compel him to stay right where he is.
I planned on staying right where I am.
Vaughn, what brings you here?
Well, you see, doll, and hello, friends. There's a new sheriff in town.
Seriously.
And a sheriff's got to do what a sheriff's got to do.
So you're going to kill Don Sebastian?
There's two ways we can do this. We can go in easy. We can have a conversation with the Don. Or we can go in hard. And maybe one of you will have a conversation with the Don.
What do you want, Vaughn?
I want you to come with me. Don't think I'm alone either.
Oh, I didn't expect you to be.
Do you think we're alone, Don?
You're also on my land, just so you're aware.
Well, you're on the prince's land.
Yes. And you know who else is on the prince's land?
Me.
Damn it, I
You're
was hoping
being-
for something dramatic to happen.
Come on, threat.
Okay, you want me to come with you?
I believe he wants us all.
I would prefer that after the events of tonight, the acrobatics, one might say, that you all come and have a talk with the prince. This was his request.
Where is Captain Mitchell at in this?
You sent him off to go look for Sabat.
Motherfucker, I did.
What the hell is my security?
They're here.
Yeah, he
They're
You
not
just
gonna-
don't know anything's wrong yet. You guys are just having a conversation in a doorway.
Have like a buzzer or
Do you have a panic button?
yeah.
You can write any of that into the narrative. I don't.
I've
I
got like
know.
that's not an idle question. I'm
Does
literally
screaming
asking.
count as a panic button?
Von
Yes.
Lindy. I'm
Yeah.
going to give him the eyes for mesmerize.
Okay.
You came looking for us. We weren't here. This is going to take some rolling because I want to cloud his memory, or what is it? Rewrite his memory? I forget the name of it. Where is it? Do. Nope.
Are you trying to do forgetful mind?
Yes. So that one.
This is going to be intelligence plus resolve.
Yep. And manipulate plus dominate plus 4. I'm gonna spend a willpower.
Okay. It's a crit now, so that's going to add 3 extra successes instead of 1.
Okay.
So
I
it's
will
8
take-
successes.
I will stick with that. So he gets to. All right.
And so you rolled 8 successes to his 4.
Yes. I also. So I'm going to kind of like walking up to him and kind of like as I talk to him, just like focusing him away from the rest of the group. That you came here tonight and found no vampires here. You looked for us. You couldn't find us. Though you may have heard rumors about Lisbeth being at a factory. I also, you think Calvin is extremely handsome.
You are extremely handsome.
And I also have rationalize,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yes.
makes
Yeah.
the reality feel like his own.
Yes.
And then I'm going to shut the door and lock it.
As you shut the door and lock it, the glass behind you shatters. And Von Lindy starts to walk away. Let's see. 8, 10. And I need you, if you were the one speaking to him at the door, I need you to make a -2 dice,
Okay.
Dex Athletics.
I get 1 dice.
So you are going to take 8 superficial damage as a bullet rips through your back.
All right.
What
and
the hell?
Is that halved? Or-
It is then half to 4, yes.
okay, so
Yeah. And as this happens, you all notice, you see the glass shatter, and you realize that there's a fight going on, Celine, between your security guys and what looked to be 3 or 4 vampires up on the catwalk where the lighting is, and one of them was able to just get a shot off into the room, as if Von Lindy had set up orders saying if they mind whammy me, just fucking shoot them, right? And it seems like your security was able to intercept them up there, and they've got them, but one of them was still able to get a shot away. What do you guys do?
How good is your security?
Good enough to intercept 6 of 7 other vampires.
I mean, they're decent, but they're also mortal, so...
Time to pull out a sword. I'm assuming the crowd is scattered.
No one heard it.
Oh, well.
Because silence of death, y'all. Sorry, that's a Toreador thing.
If I are where I am I going to get people's attention? Or would I have to leave the booth?
You would have to leave the booth.
Okay, I'll leave the booth and to try to get some people's attention.
Okay.
And just... Put the weapons down, please.
A number of people around you on the dance floor stop and are overawed by your presence. And then one of your security guards and one of the vampires both are like falling slow motion through the air. Your dude's on top with like this stake, and he's got like this shit-eating grin on his face. As he slams into the ground, you hear this horrible cracking noise as he obviously breaks both of his legs, but at the same time, just the force of the fall stakes the dude, and there's like probably 3 vampires left up there and a number of your folks, and they're all just kind of now staring. Because presence is a hell of a drug.
Who's all up there?
So this looks to be, other than the one Malkavian who you guys haven't found yet, the rest of Von Lindy's coterie, and your security, and then the other security that you all already have from the Haven are also swooping in at this point to kind of like surround Calvin and Alexander and Silas and just to like make sure you all are okay.
And so if Von Lindy's coterie there, is Lola up there?
No, she is the one who is not here.
Okay. I can't make them forget anything.
No. You have literally a breath worth of time to make a decision before they start fighting again.
Mesmerize and say, get out. Can I do that?
Yeah, on one of them.
But then they'll also know that what we did to...
Yes, but they'll also know we're not to be fucked with, and it buys us time.
Yeah.
It's true.
So, yes, I will mesmerize one of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Make your mesmerize rolls, too.
Let's just, like, team mesmerize, I guess.
Yep. And... I'll go with the 5 successes.
Okay. Nice, team. I'll just make a general roll for the group here. Do you want to use a willpower, Calvin?
Yes. Okay. Burn it. Is this my third? I think this is my third one of the night.
Okay. So you're able to mesmerize one of them? So Alexander and Silas, what are you doing?
At this point, how many of them are conscious?
Enough.
Because now I think we're in a ballroom blitz kind of situation.
You're in a ballroom blitz kind of situation. One of them is staked, one of them is running away, so there are 4 left total.
All right, I'm gonna just plow into the 4 of them.
Okay.
Well, I mean, however many I can get at once.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all start feeling very tired. And it looks like they're starting to feel very tired too. And then you realize you were talking and planning so long that it's dawn.
Yeah.
You're all gonna need to make willpower tests to attempt to stay awake in order to see them off. And they're gonna need to make willpower tests to attempt to stay awake to do anything. In the most absurd possible combat of all time. Or you can just give in and pass out.
Fuck that.
Audra passes out. Alexander, you can stay awake. Calvin and Celine, you can stay awake. Silas, you can stay awake. So the four of you still have. I mean, it's going to be every round at this point, right?
Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
I want to shoot at one of them with a pistol. Well, I don't have a pistol. I haven't said I bought a pistol.
I toss him my pistol. Please tell me you can catch a pistol.
You remember you also have, and we can just say it's in this room, you have an arsenal.
We do have like an armor.
And there's two rifles and two pistols in there.
Yeah, I'll grab one of the rifles then.
Okay, there you go. Right. You have a rifle.
And I will take a shot at one of the vampires who looks like he's not fully asleep.
Okay. And one of them has passed out so far as well. So it's two dudes and a woman left.
Gotcha. I'll run up and kind of grab cover like I've seen in movies.
Okay. I saw that in a movie once. This might work.
And like pop my head up and take a shot.
Okay.
This is going to be awful.
Firearms composure.
Composure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes.
Mm-hmm. He ducks out of the way really quickly. It's mostly because there was cover there. You just kind of missed. Yes, Audra, you're sleeping.
I was actually going to ask, is there a way to re-roll that, or is it just...
Oh, no, you cannot use a willpower to re-roll a willpower test. Alexander, Celine, Silas, what are you doing?
Is there one close to me that I could easily get the attention of?
Yeah.
I will call out to them to get their attention, and as soon as I have their attention, I want to entrance them.
Okay.
Which all I need is their... Which is... I always forget what it is. Charisma, presence, plus composure wits. First composure wits.
Okay. One success. No. What?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's not correct. That is 5 successes.
Okay, so charisma, when you're using a discipline, you get something from your blood potency,
You
right?
do. You get 1 extra die.
You put the greater than backwards, apparently.
No.
Oh, I don't know
Yes.
then.
Maybe. Would you like to use a willpower on that?
Yes.
Okay. What are you trying to do?
Okay. You should take the members of your coterie who are still awake and leave. Leave the rest of them here.
I should do that. Okay. And he starts to do something. Silas and Alexander, what are you doing?
I'm sticking with my tackle the remaining awake ones plan.
Okay. You are able to, one of them has fallen down onto the ballroom, and you're able to kind of like run up at him.
Okay, now I'm just going to grab his head and start bashing it into the floor.
Oh, damn! Oh, damn! Oh, damn! Make a dex and or strength and brawl.
Yeah, brawl and strength.
Yes.
Plus, I'm going to use my 2 things.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to, and you're starting to get super sleepy. And Alex,
I'm going to help Silas. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe try to stake him.
okay, yeah, you can make a melee plus strength check. And I'll give you a bonus die because Silas has got him.
It doesn't help.
No, you're like, hey, missed. Hey. So everybody make a willpower roll minus 2 dice. Or actually, the difficulty is just going to be higher. Roll your normal willpower. Alex, you fall asleep. Calvin, you fall asleep. Celine, you fall asleep. Silas, you are still awake. You are actually the only one still awake at this point.
All right, who else I got?
That, you look around, and you've only got, like... You feel like, oh, it's getting kind of sleepy. But all the other vampires are now asleep. It's you and, like, your security guys. And you're starting to be like,
Hey, how good are they at dragging us out of this room?
Good. I mean, they know how to... Right. We'll get you somewhere safe. And as you go, we'll go get...
I hope they also lock up the other people.
Yeah. And so, yeah.
Well, that was...
So wait, if Von Lindy walked out of the club, where is he?
He was going to drive home. So, I mean, he can't kill himself. He didn't give him terminal decree, so he'll find, like, a dumpster or something to sleep in. But, yeah. Yeah. So.
That was something else.
Yeah.
We've made some choices.
You each wake up at the club a little confused, thinking you're still in the middle of this fight. It is the next night. The time having passed just immediately like that.
Can I make some rouse checks to heal then?
Yeah, you can make your 3 rouse checks to heal the 1 ag. So you will take 100 from that, and you can make a rouse check to heal up to 3 superficial.
Oh, that's a risk.
I'm gonna make a rouse check. Wait, we have to do a rouse check to
wake up, right?
So wake
do
up.
A rouse check to wake up. Well, you will wake up either way. It's just whether or not you process blood while you sleep.
Okay. Yay. Okay. Rouse check to heal up to 3 superficial.
Yep.
Oh.
Yay!
Yay!
I suppose rouse check to wake up. Son of a bitch. I will not be healing any superficial.
That's okay.
And I'm going to try to heal mine. So. Dang it.
And as you wake up, one of your security guys is there, and he kind of stretches out a little bit, and he goes, "Your friends are in the other room. We got a couple of folks looking at them. Door's locked if you need it."
Did you, the attackers, did you lock them in the cells?
Well, there's only 2 cells, and there's like 6 of them, but yes, technically they are incredibly uncomfortable in the jail cells there. Yeah.
Like
Good.
firewood, hopefully.
The
Yes.
comfortability is not my worry.
Yeah. Yeah. So I took the executive decision to make the bar not open right now until we sort all this out.
Thank you.
choice.
That is a good choice.
How many did you capture?
4. And then there's the staked one, so 5.
You didn't stake the others?
No.
It's okay, I wanted to talk to them anyways, though probably should have staked them.
They're in the cells, isn't that safe enough?
Oh, probably not. We should go check on that.
Okay. I didn't know I was supposed to stake him. I'm sorry, boss.
It's okay.
That's all right.
Sorry. I'm used to that being me.
So,
Okay.
who's all in this room with me? See,
It's the 5 of you. And Lisbeth. And Gale.
oh, okay.
Didn't go.
She didn't have a chance.
You didn't have a chance. It was a very long night.
Okay, fair.
But as you guys come out, and do you guys need to feed, or do you want to feed or anything?
I got it.
I yes, I need to.
All right, we're not going to narrate these. Everybody just make your feed roll, and we'll say an hour has passed of you all going out to feed. Okay?
Yeah, I got 3 successes.
There you go. You, what's your hunger?
3 currently.
It is now 1.
Okay.
Alex, what's your hunger?
4.
4. Duh. It's right there. It is now 2.
Anyone else?
Feed easy.
Hold on.
I forgot what my role was, and I'm.
Silas, your hunger is now 1. You're a siren. It's not seduction.
Manipulation, persuasion, plus
Manipulation,
your
persuasion, plus your seduction.
I did the
Audra,
wrong.
You can reduce your hunger to 1.
Okay.
Oh, I was so worried I was going to kill somebody else.
Yeah. You're fine. You can reduce your hunger to 2. You didn't murder anyone this time. This time. I mean, 3 strikes and you're out, really.
Oh, fuck.
So you all reconvene to discuss what the hell you're going to do with those 4 people.
So, who is down there? Do we know? Because are we familiar with Bunlandy's coterie?
You're not. You haven't had a lot of interaction with him.
Gotcha. No one has laser eyes, right? I'm just making sure. Like a robot in a movie. No? Okay, good.
Well, we should determine who's most likely to talk. We could use some information. As for the rest of them, what do we do with them?
As you say that, the double doors that make up the front of this club bust open as the lights from the early evening come in, and a pack of 20 feral-looking vampires charge through the doors, some of them not wearing any clothing at all, some of them still with clods of dirt in their hair, screaming for your blood. And that is where we're going to end it for the night.
Are you?
Okay, so Don Sebastian Sabat tie confirmed, maybe?
Seems that way. Jesus Christ.
That or everyone knows where we are.
I was just suggesting
How
he
would
was
they not?
the
You're
bot
like-
tactics.
Everyone knows where we are. But anyway, we can talk about that later.
And apparently,
For the record, you're in the prince's old holding. How would people not know where you are?
that is true.
When you put it like that.
Maybe.
We all make choices.
Oh.
Sometimes we trade our really, really safe place. Whatever. It's fine. I love you guys so much. Okay, so that was a fun game, and we'll see what we get. Yes, Kevin, you look really angry.
No, I'm not angry. I'm just like, I made a mistake.
So they can't.
I know.
Okay. I love you all so much. Okay, we're gonna go around. Hi, my name is Sean, and I am surprised I was able to keep it together for 3 hours tonight because I am going on 48 hours, 72 hours, maybe without nicotine, and it's freaking me out, man. So that's me. I had a lot of fun with these wonderful human beings. You can find me here at Throck Place. You will next see me on the channel on Friday at 9 p.m. for our D&D game. I had a great time with you all tonight. I love the choices you have made throughout the game that are all now coming to a head. Some of them are good, such as you having additional security. Some of them are not so great, like everyone kind of knowing where you are. So I think you've made interesting story decisions that have made for a great chronicle. And as we rush into the last 2 or 3 episodes here, I'm excited to see what happens. You are all amazing players. So let's go around and talk to everyone. Starting with Jeff.
Hey, Jeff Holland, JK Holland on Twitter. And all I can think is the Jack Donaghy line that I don't make mistakes. I just make great ideas that fail spectacularly.
Yeah.
So that's where we are.
Yeah.
Where we were anyway.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell myself.
So nerdy.
Yeah, hi. Well, wow. Celine should not be in any fights. That's what I'll say. I should not have stepped into the path of bullets, but I did. I'm still alive somehow. Other than that, this was fun. I enjoyed the first half just watching me chat. You guys are great. Thank you for that. Other than that, you can find me on Twitter at Nerdy Teddy. You can find me here usually 3 times a week right now. Mondays, I run the Masks RPG campaign, Aegis Shield of Earth. And Thursdays, I split my time between Pokemon and Shadowrun. So that's all I got right now.
Sweet. Kevin.
You're muted.
I'm muted. Yes, I'm no longer muted. I'm Bisonic Kevin on Twitter. I'm on the Discord quite a bit. You can find me there. It's a good place, good people. Also, I play in a game on Sundays on the Forefront channel. We're playing 4E. It's set around World War I, and Throck is there with me. We're both dwarves he's got a good accent. Mine is god awful. So yeah, it's
Yours
fun.
is fine. Don't hate yourself.
It's functional. But yeah, that's all I've got going. So,
Sweet.
Hi, I'm Em. You can find me on Twitter at DobsonM. You can also find me in the Discord. I hang out there. I mostly lurk right now because I'm very busy, but it's a good place, like Kevin said. My reflections on tonight. I'm kind of glad Celine jumped out a window. Let me qualify that. I'm glad because it gave me an opportunity to see what Alexander would do. So it was an interesting moment for me because I didn't know if he would just continue to run or not until that moment. So bad decisions lead to interesting outcomes.
Absolutely. Yes.
Is basically what tonight is all about, I guess. Bad decisions lead to interesting outcomes. That's all I have to say.
Leona.
Yep. Hi, everyone. I'm Leona. I am a mod here at Welcome to the Party, and you can find me on the Discord. That was such a fun episode. I have no words. Huge props to Kevin. I really loved your messy crit. So Gale, and just how aggressive you got, but it was so fucking convincing. I loved it. I was just like, I'm gonna let him do the talking because it was really good, and then it got really, really fun, and I was just, enjoying that ride for lack of.
Oh, Calvin is not going to enjoy her company.
I love it so much. What have I got going on? I ran Vibrant Visible Victorious. I always mess up the second 2 V's. And that is our People of Color one-shot series. We had our premiere on Sunday. And that was a lot of fun. We played Honey Heist. And coming up this Sunday, March 17th, which is actually St. Patrick's Day, we are going to be playing Ghost Echo. I don't know how to say this thing, but that is a one-shot that is going to be run by the wonderful Hans Chen. So please feel free to join us right here and Welcome to the Party on Sunday at 8:30 EST for a game of Ghost Echo. And if you want to get involved, just hit me up on the Discord, and happy to get you involved. And I think that's all I got.
Yay! And Death by Mage.
Hi, everybody. I'm Death by Mage, your friendly neighborhood fireball sling arcanist, and I had a blast playing tonight, as always. Also, Gator.
Gator! That Gator was, by the way,
fried.
brought to you by Zed, who was like, come on, you're in the Nosferatu area. They have to have a Gould alligator. And I'm like, you're right. They have to have a Gould alligator.
It makes total sense, and I love it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Great times. Other highlight is Jamie having the opportunity to talk more with Silas and sharing some heritage and lineage with him.
Yeah. Sweet.
This will not lead to terrible implications later, people. I promise you.
Yeah,
I'm
fine.
so
I'm not
bad.
worried about it.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
You guys did that like 2 weeks ago and then didn't talk about it.
I know.
I heard the tail end of it while I was out getting a beverage.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for sticking with us tonight. It has been a pure pleasure to play with these human beings in front of you. I think we are going to read Soulbear, our partners in crime, and you can find the next episode of A Crusade of Thorns Saturday at noon, right here on Welcome to the Party, as the Sabbat do their much more horrible things on the catwalk. So everyone join us as we go give love to our dear friends at Soulbear RPG. Give them a little bit of the welcome party welcome. We're going now. Everybody wave and say bye. Bye.
Bye.
We out.
Cool.